Good morning, Alexus, Love Beauties, and Flawless Man. Welcome back to another podcast episode. We're going to be reading from Jeremiah chapter 28, verses 15. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord has not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. I'm not sure if that's how you spell or say the young lady's name. It's Hananiah. Going back up into the reading, the prophet Jeremiah said unto another prophet that, Hear now, the Lord did not send you to do this, and the people are trusting in a lie. Alexus, Love Beauties, and Flawless Man, the whole thing about God, the whole thing about prophecy, the whole thing about communion with one another is you still have to have your own individual relationship with God so you will be aware of false prophecy. It's easier said than lived, because the moment we say God, or the moment someone starts talking Bible and they have a little 1-2 step and it sounds like things are looking good, and please don't let the look match the lifestyle, then we just believe everything that they say. But we have to stop doing that. We judge people by the outer appearance. So if you look good and you talking about God and you saying some scripts and you might know some names, I'm going to instantly believe you. But we have to guard our hearts, and we have to be careful that we do not be entertained by false prophecy. So with that, it's not something you do alone. So we always have to make sure that the people that God is sending to us first, come on, Jesus, first, we have to actually ask and put up that protection anyway for ourselves, that evil, and this is the thing, because you just can't pray off all evil people, and I don't want to work with evil people, and I just don't want to be around evil people, because no one is perfect, and we're still going to encounter these spiritual episodes anyway. It's just about having that level of protection, because God can block things, and some things he allows to go through for a test, but we just don't want to be easily influenced out here, because even the it's this Bible verse I was thinking of saying, but come on, Jesus. It's like, y'all, my bad, because my mind is going I'm picking up like a whole bunch of different things I want to say, but even a foolish man is counted wise when he hold his peace. That's the one that just kind of caught me right here. So a lot of the times we look at people and they look like they're peaceful, and they look like they're living God, but they're living a lie. We have to be wise, and we always have to do our extended research. This is why I tell you to always go back and read and look for yourself. Going down to the person in their testimony, they said, Dear God, in times of stress or even of great abundance, I sometimes feel pulled easily and gratifying answers. It's hard to work and live in your word, and to always remember to give credit where credit is due. Let me imitate Jeremiah's strength and judgment and calling out false prophets and upholding your word with my actions. Amen. Dear God, in times of stress or even great abundance, I can be doing great in life, or I can be just feeling down bad in life. I still sometimes feel pulled away by, lust, or when things are going good, I feel like it might be too good. So I'm going to interrupt that flow by doing something bad. When things are going bad, I'm trying to interrupt that flow by doing something good. So the person there testimony is saying it could be good times, it could be bad times, but I still feel easily pulled away by gratifying answers. So Lord, I might ask you something, and even though things are going good in my life, but somebody else might come and I might think they're doing better than me. And so it's going to be easy for us to cling to someone that, first of all, we probably can see, and then, that we have just instant access to, like somebody instantly giving us a prophecy. And we want to be careful with that, because God, he's an instant God, and sometimes he wants to take you through there so he can actually teach you how to maneuver on and go forth. So things can be going good in life, things can be going bad in life, and it is easy for us to just go ahead with the gratifying answers. Like, okay, it is easy for people to go and get the readings done because we want to know right now, but we have to be careful with that, because that goes down the road of delusion, and we don't want the Lord turning his wrath on us because we did not exercise patience and waiting on him to give us those answers. So when things are going good and things are going bad, the person in his testimony is saying they still find themselves easily lingering towards false prophecy and feeling comfortable comfortable with the lie that they might hear. It's hard to work and live in the world and always have to remember to give credit when credit is due. If we're going to be real Christians, we're going to tell the truth about that. It is difficult when you are turning away from the world and different things begin to happen and different things begin to fail and break or seem like it's not coming through, because you're now living for God. So that's the one thing we realize. Living for God is a character change. Like when we talk about God or we say living for God, we feel like we have this boring lifestyle. That's because we're just used to what we're used to, and we typically don't think outside the box when we're not thinking or have God in our life. God is going to literally, I remember we talked about this in a podcast. He will literally show you what you like and what you don't like. Whoever would have thought that I would like to play golf? Whoever would have thought that I would like to read books? Whoever would have thought that I would love to even tell people or try to teach people about health? Because that's something that I did not want to do. That was something personal. But when you begin to ask God who you are, he's going to show you. And this is where people say that the things that used to attract you, they won't attract you anymore. So it is hard to live and work in this world and then still try to give credit where credit is due, because you're the physical body moving around. So it's hard. It's easier for us to, come on, Jesus, to lean towards and gratify ourselves and say, well, hey, I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that made this happen. I'm the one, that got myself rich because I was a physical body moving. So it's easier said than lived. That's an example of what that word means. So it's easier said than lived. It's easier for you to actually say that than to live in that. And this is where we begin to build and set goals. Because we know we have things to do in life, this is where we make time. It's intentional that we communicate with God. If we know we have a very busy life, we have to wake up a little bit earlier, but we wouldn't just do that sometimes for God, but we'd do it for someone else, so we was taking them to work. So it's just, we have to actually be intentional because we have an intentional God. So we have to be intentional about our time and actually setting aside a time to build this relationship with God. But it can definitely be a difficult task. It definitely can when you're doing what he asks you to do, and it might take you off course sometimes, but it is imperative that we write off time on the schedule for God, just like we would write off time on our schedule for our husbands or to go to a date or to go buy some new shoes. We have to do that. So the person in their testimony is saying it get hard trying to serve God and live in a world where I still have to do things. So it's easier for me to just gratify and listen to things that I He said, let me act more like Jeremiah. Let me lean more on his strength. Let me, this word keep on getting me stuck. Let me immaculate, EMULATE, Jeremiah's strength and judgment, and calling out false prophets and upholding your word with my actions. We want to be careful when, and especially in a time like this, right? Calling people out with things. Before you do anything like that, you want to get that wisdom from God. So he is saying in his testimony, let me lean more towards Jeremiah's strength and not think about what's going on out here. That way I'll be able to call people out. But when it comes to calling people out, that's a special type of gift that only I believe some people do. So just be cautious with that as far as calling people out. But in conclusion, what this Our Daily Bread is saying is to not trust in everything you hear. Don't trust in everything you see. As we encourage you on this channel to always do your extended research. That way you are protecting yourself and your families. You never just want to just 100% put your faith, like we say, put your eggs, put your everything all in one basket when somebody's saying something or somebody doing something, because objects in the mirror are closer than they appear to be. You can be sitting right next to the enemy and not know, because we are so easily influenced to attract ourselves and gratify to what it is that we hear and that we see from them. But we have to be careful because there is a lot of false prophecy out here. So as always, I encourage you to do your extended research. When you get time today, go back and ask the Lord for understanding of this verse. You might get it different. You might be able to say the names that I wasn't able to say in this podcast. And if you are, leave that down below in the comment sections. You help the girl out with the understanding, honey, okay? Because the names be fooling, but that's our family. So when you have some time today, I encourage you to read Jeremiah chapter 28, verses 15. Listen to all people, because even the foolish man is counted wise when he hold his peace. But be careful the information that you trust in.